Shop and smile on Ideal World. Transform your space and style with our premium outdoor and homeware collections. Discover comfort, elegance, and exclusive gadgets to elevate your home and outdoor living experience today. Ideal World, the home of outdoor and homeware.
Hello everybody and welcome to Destination Crafts here on Ideal World, and we've got the wonderful Toni and Stenciling back. Lovely to see you.
I know, it feels like I were only here yesterday.
We're going to do it now. First time round, we were kind of finding our way, and we always said this is going to be something that we're going to develop together. We will listen to your feedback. And apologies, I know there was a slight issue in some customers getting things dispatched. It is here. Everything is here, ready to go. So if you make a purchase, it's going to be delivered tomorrow. Well, we're going to send it out tomorrow, not delivered tomorrow. We'll send it out ASAP.
And then we'll deal with the next lot of issues and we'll iron those out next time. Then in 6 years' time, joking.
We are going to get there, but we're going to get there together. But what we want to do, and Toni and myself, we kind of got together just to give you a little recap of how this all came about. We obviously felt that a lot of people at home were missing craft television where we can interact, we can chat, it's going to be relaxed. We are going to give you exclusive deals that you can only find on Ideal World at a great price.
Absolutely. And the very fact that last time we were here, we gained over 100 new craft customers.
Brilliant.
It's just like awesome, right? So we're taking the world by storm. We're going to create this sort of like destination time where you can come. At the moment, it's every first Wednesday in every month and every third Wednesday in every month, and you're going to see me. But me and Yanis are working on brands in between. So we're hoping that Wednesday, 12 o'clock is going to be Destination Craft on Ideal. We're working on it.
This is what ideally what we'd like to do is, so every week from 11 to 12, 12 to 1, you are going to, 12 to 1, 1 to 2, sorry. From 12 to 1, 1 to 2, you're going to have crafting here. So you just know you can tune in and keep us company. Okay, so we've already got messages coming in. Connie is saying, it's going to be simply brilliant. Yes, it is. Happy to see you both here again on Ideal World. And good morning, Toni. Let me start again. So good morning, Yanis and Toni. Here we go. Again with Stamps by Me, amazing products. So happy to see you both here on Ideal World again. It's going to be simply brilliant from Connie.
I know it. And last time, the lady, the producer, was like going crazy in the gallery, wasn't she? Saying she had never had as many messages. So thank you so much, everyone. I hadn't actually stopped buzzing since last time. I was so overjoyed with how well.
It was my happy place as well. I've missed this so much.
We're back together again, right?
Back together again, and we got new exclusive deals for you. So what are we looking at today?
So in this particular hour, we've got a brand new launch for you. It is our Floral Fusion collection. It is totally exclusive now. Me and Yanis, obviously we've asked for the 2 hours and we got the 2 hours. So we're able to give you an out of the packet experience on what you actually get in the kit, go through it methodically and then show you some samples. Now, hopefully the price has dropped for this live hour for you all. So shop ahead, because I told you on my lives and all of the drive up to these shows that once the stock's gone, Ideal World have it all. So make sure.
So you won't be seeing them. Literally, we've got the stock and you won't be seeing them on Toni's site. This is exclusive and that's how it's going to work at Destination Craft. We're going to get the details onto your screens.
Yeah, we're super excited about this, and lots of people have been waiting for this one.
$64.99 for all of this.
It's brilliant, isn't it? Look at all the flexes as well, which I really love about Ideal World.
Interest-free?
Yeah, absolutely. So the value of it all is like nearly £90. So I've given you a great deal. So if you are investing in Stamps by Me for the first time, I'll show you bit by bit in each of the collections, and then you can see what you're getting and the value.
Free delivery as well. So you don't have to be part of any club to get that free delivery. It is our star buy. We are giving you that free delivery. We're giving you those 5 flexi payments interest free.
Super exciting. I'm really sort of like excited about the future with Stamps by Me and Ideal World and you.
I think we've got so much potential.
So
we're going to build this craft hours together.
It's going to be awesome. We're going to do a club. We're going to do Facebook. We're going to do an area on the website. It's just going to be awesome.
All right, okay. So let's have a look.
So 7x7 paper. So let's just have a quick look at these papers. Now, you know the quality from Stamps by Me. They're a nice heavyweight. They're uncoated, which means you can stamp onto them, run them through your embossing folds and things like that.
Already busy.
So let's just run through these very quickly. Now, these are 7x7. You get 12 designs, 24 pages, 200 GSM. Look how pretty these are.
Do you mind if I grab them off you, just to show everyone? We're going to go through this because I feel we have to do this service. If you hand me each design, can I Can we get a bit, get in there close?
They're really pretty, really pretty. We've not done a hydrangea collection before. This is our first one ever like this. So you think these papers are nice? Wait till I show you everything else in the collection as well. It's just an absolute belter. So you get the purple hues, the pink hues. Oh, it's so
that is stunning. Tina, Catherine, Mary, well done. Already busy. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. So you've got to think, this is going to set the tone straight away for any project. So if you're looking to make a card, and depending on, because that's your, effectively, that's your mat straight away done, the most beautiful first layer. But we can, because it's uncoated, we can do our techniques, we can use our embossing powders on there, we can use our stamps, but beautiful, beautiful quality. Look at that.
I always put like a breaker colour in there, which in this occasion is black and gold, because I feel like it can all blend into one. So what we always do is pop those breakers in there, so you have like a matte and layer system as well. So if you've got a lot of colour and a lot of detail on one, then you have the clear sort of like plainer backgrounds in there. I always call them breakers, if anybody's wondering, because I know there's lots of new crafters.
Well, we've got our smaller volume print, our larger prints in there as well. This is a celebration of spring. Time we're entering in right now, so our gardens are going to start suddenly evolving. You always do so well with your papers.
We love our papers at Stenciling.
Okay.
And then, so you get the full pack of papers there. Yeah. Then you also get vellum. I mean, come on, some gorgeous vellum. Can I just borrow a piece of this? So if you grab a white, I'll just show you. So I'll hold it over half and half for you there, Yana, so you can see the transparency. And the ink that is in these vellums is just brilliant. So for your vellum wraps, your envelopes and things like that, they are just incredible. And
Toni,
then
that is stunning.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
That just there alone, a bit of vellum on a card. I've got to let you know. How long have we been on air for? What, a couple of minutes?
Yeah.
10% of the stock's already gone. We are absolutely flying. This is exclusive to Ideal World. You get free delivery. That's included. You don't need to be part of any club or sign up for anything. We will gift you that free delivery. Flexis, interest-free as well. You do not need to pay anything for your Flexis. There are no fee attached to that. But what you are getting, and this is just the tip of the iceberg, this is really the start of the journey, the most beautiful designs, whether it's the papers or the vellums, and it's going to evolve because Toni is going to effectively give us the tools to truly celebrate these designs. That is, Toni, that is amazing.
So nice, Alice.
That is, it looks 3D.
I always feel like when our collections have vellum in, it gives it an extra layer of luxury. So if you have those extra special people in your life that deserve a little bit more and appreciate your craft and the money that you spend on your craft, these are going to be for those kind of family members and friends. So you also get the wonderful 7x7 vellum pack.
Okay, lovely.
I hope you're keeping it tidy over there.
I am. Do you know what? I am. Yeah.
He's keeping it tidy.
I've made sure.
So that is that. There you go. And then it doesn't end there. So you get the paper pack, you get the vellum, then you get the layered words. Now, I'll show you some samples at the end. Just let's get through the collection first. So the layered words, you have your back panel and your top panel, and the colour shows through. So these are brilliant for your vellum papers, your pattern papers, or just coloured cardstock in general. So you get those.
Sarah's saying, great to see you both again. This collection is stunning. So easy to create amazing cards. That's lovely, Sarah. I've got more messages. I promise I will be reading them through. And
we'll show you some samples too. And then we have this huge wooden trellis die. Now, this is a 5x7 die. This on its own is £20 plus. So you get the 5x7, the wood grain detail. We're going to do all of these individual elements as we go through the show, so you get that as well. And you also get the layering stencil hydrangea and the die that goes around and the die that pops up the elements to create the most beautiful hydrangea yourself.
One second. I'm going to show that in 1 second. So
value is just awesome.
We're getting our words.
Yep. Shall I lay it on here?
Okay. We're getting our words.
Stencils and die.
We're getting that incredible background die. That in itself, you're looking at £20.
Yep.
You're getting the stencil set, layered stencil set, and the coordinating die there. And you're getting the vellums, and you're getting the papers at an extraordinary price. Value for money, if you were to tot everything up, you're looking at over £90. We are saying flexi payment, £13 today, free delivery on us, and there are no any charges attached to your flexi payment as well. Or you can pay $64.99. Let me just show you with regard to the layered stencils, and that you can obviously cut this out with the coordinating die. That is exquisite.
I know, and
Oh,
I don't
my
go to
goodness.
classes. You just follow the stencil system 1 to 5 with your unique colour, and that is what you're going to create. And all we've done there
That is amazing.
from the whole collection is use the layer stencils. We haven't used the die, which pops up all of the pieces on here to give it dimension. We haven't used a single sheet of paper, nor the trellis die, nor the word. Shall I have a look at some samples?
Yeah, we are going to do
Because
this.
I'll buy you. There's
20% of the stock has gone. We are flying. So look at the kind of inspirations that you can make.
I mean, it is as simple as 1, 2, 3. So if you are brand new to Ideal World, or maybe you're an Ideal World customer and you've just switched on the channel hoping that you're going to see some lovely creams, well, today you're seeing craft, and I'm going to show you how accessible craft can be and the cards that you can create using kits that we bring to you here from Stamps by Me. The quality is exceptional, the price points are exceptional, and if you invest in craft, it's great for mindfulness, it's great for your mental health.
This is astonishingly, I've missed this so much. I can't tell you how much I've missed crafting. Look at that. And that, to me, this is it. If you're looking for any reason to buy this collection, and just to let you know, if you are new to Ideal World and you do want to buy, and trust me, so many of you are, we're over 20% of the stock gone already. All you need to do is give us a call. It is absolutely free to call us. 0800 051 7878. If you haven't already registered, it takes a few moments to register. Once you've done it the once, you never have to do it again. Or you can go to our website, idealworld.tv. So either way, if you prefer to shop online, go to idealworld.tv, or you can give us a call. A lot of you are shopping online, and just to remind you, you are getting an exclusive deal. This is exclusive to Ideal World. We have all the stock. We will always have all the stock. So this won't be then suddenly appearing on Tony's site. What we do here is give you exclusive content on Destination Craft at Ideal World, and we're hopefully going to put a smile on your face.
I am listening. I just reading out lovely comments. I just love it.
Read through. We are very busy.
Just love the
I'm going to let you have a little bit of a play, and then we'll read out some messages.
So I will show you how simple it is to do this, what Yanis just showed you, but we'll do them in a different colour formation, because honestly, pick the colour you love. If you love yellow, do it blue. There's no rules, right? But this one is a pink one. So let's put this here so you can see that there's no cheat in this system. The layering stencils are going to create this, but we'll do it in a different colour.
I still have the rose you gave me.
Oh, the layered stencil rose.
Still have
we
it.
are king at layered stencils.
For one of the first shows I did with Toni, she did a layered stencil rose. It's very similar to this, same principle. It's just a rose. I loved it so much. She very kindly signed it and gave it to me. I still have it proudly displayed at home. Carol, well done. Anne, well done. Carolyn, well done. Very quickly, Lizzie has said, hi, Toni and Yanis, loving the Wednesday slot for craft. Beautiful products from Alison and Lizzie. Sorry, from Alison and Lizzie.
Oh, I'm loving it right
busy,
now.
busy.
Life is good. Yeah. And the sun is shining. Right, so we've got 5 stencils, and you'll notice on our stencils we have this heart system in the corner. And this is just for you, maybe as a newbie, to put ink through and line the stencils back up if you want to. But after you've done it once, you probably won't. You'll just line them up with the edge of the card. But they are there to aid you should you be a newbie. So we have stencils 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they're all numbered. So let's go with the first one.
30% of the stock has gone. Once it has gone, there is no more. And I want to stress that. Once it does sell out, there is no more, there will be no more. So what we're going to do, every time you see Toni here on Ideal World, she's going to bring us new content.
Absolutely. So I've gone with number 1, and I've just lined my stencil up with the edge of the card here. Super simple. So I've just got a yellow ink pad here. So tap off the excess here, and then all you're going to do is just blend it through there. Now, in relation to inks and brushes and things like that, we are getting those loaded on pretty much imminently. We've been working on a catalogue of product for you all, so you can get your supplies, i.e. your brushes and your ink pads and things like that. So just bear with us on that at the moment, because you know these things just take a little bit of time, and I have to dig it all out of my warehouse because it's all brand new as well.
So are you, just for anyone new to crafting, are we focusing on being a little bit more intense around the edges and then softening as we go in?
You could do whatever you want. I would just say, if it's your first time, just get some colour on. And then from there, and I always say, if you're making 1 card, make 3. So have 3 pieces of paper, do all 3 at the same time. Don't be cleaning your stencils in between. So as we start, that is what it looks like. So that's sort of like your first layer. So then we're going to go to number 2, and the numbers are etched in on the stencil in the top corner. So again, I'm just going to line it up by the edge of our card here, and let's change colour. So let's go for an orange this time. So
over 30% of the stock. We are very, very busy. So we're anticipating selling out this hour. Do not miss out, because we do have viewers. I know they're going to be contacting you saying,
That's
you
what
getting more? Are
happened
you
last
getting it
time.
on your website?
The wolf, when I had loads of people messaging me, I was like, it's gone. And I'm still getting people messaging me now for the paper pad. I'm just like, no, I'm sorry.
This is your chance right now.
So orange now. So I'm just going to lightly tap in the centre there just to get that lovely detail. Now you can press on as hard or as light as you want, dependent upon the intensity. You can see, as Yanis has pointed out to you before, with the colours, you can do it bright reds, bright yellows, oranges, purples, whatever colour you like, just do it. And you can see my stencils moving a little bit there. Don't be afraid to take your stencil down if you want to be a little bit more, but for the purpose of the demo, I am just literally getting the colour down. So here we go. So number 2.
Beautiful.
It doesn't look much at the moment, but you need to just go with the process. Thank you so much. That's really kind.
Okay.
Right, number 3. So take number 3. Again, I'll just line it up with the edge.
And you make a really good point, because the layered stencils level the playing field. It doesn't matter if you're the most experienced crafter in the world or this is your first day crafting. Everybody's going to be able to achieve such a beautiful result. And then obviously you can decide the next step. So are we going to cut it out? Are we creating a sort of topper design here? Are we going to cut out a few? Do you know what we're thinking? Like home decor. Imagine these around sort of a paper pot or something.
Absolutely. And some of them in there, Yanis, have been done just without the dye or anything, and just some water's been thrown on them to make them look really artistic, like maybe an oil painting or just anything. You can really be creative. Like here, I'm going step by step as it says. But you can absolutely accentuate any of these designs and create the most. So now you can see the next. So you can see the stages of dimension. So that's from stage number 3.
It just jumps even before we've used it. So the dye. If I could just show a few finished examples, if that's okay. So having a little look here. Look at that. So that's cut out. But then just with the papers, you've got to think that you could put over the beautiful vellums, the papers that we have. Everything about this collection is exquisite. And I really do mean that, exquisite. This really does, I think, embrace the season. Oh, just come on, look at that.
Let me just grab one of the arty ones for you there, Yanis, because like this one is a little bit artistic. But honestly, there are simply no...
How can you not want this in your stash? And that's the thing. We can have one flower, we can cut a few of these out and we can create our own bouquet, or you can
pattern papers on top of. That looks like a print.
That really does.
That is not a print, that is these stencils.
Tony, this is a magnificent collection.
Isn't it?
For that price point as well. And again, remember, Toni is here. Whenever she's here, she's going to try and bring you a sensational deal. Value for money. What you have in this collection, you are looking individually. If you were to tot everything up, you'd be looking at over £90. We are saying £64.99. Or today, the money leaving your account, £13. Free delivery. So we are, because it's our pick of the day, we are giving you free delivery on this, and it is absolutely flying.
Yeah, I'd say to have those options is wonderful, isn't it? So I've got the green here. So now we're on our green leaves and I'm on stencil number 4. So again, as pointed out before, you can absolutely just get the colour into the spacing. And then if you wanted to, you can add more depth, more dimension on the edges to make it like darker and lighter. It is total preference. But if it's your first time, because I did see that one of the ladies had just bought a massager and underneath put, I'm super excited about craft as well, which is really cool, right? So if you are maybe a beginner and you're investing for the first time, then do what I'm doing right here, just baby steps sort of like thing. Start as it says on the tin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you start to get your leaves look.
Anybody can do this. I've got a message here from Tina just saying, hi, Yanis and Toni, what an absolutely gorgeous collection. Cannot wait to receive it. Thank you so much for bringing my fave company to the channel. May it grow and grow. It absolutely will. And just to let you know, all the stock is here at Ideal World. It is ready to get dispatched tomorrow. Place your order. We're going to get it out to you as fast as possible. Sheena, thank you so much. Elizabeth, lots more of you. We are approaching 40% of the stock. Once it's gone, it's gone. There is no more. This is exclusive to Ideal World, and it will always be exclusive to Ideal World. So if you want to get it, this is the only place you can be ever able to get any of the goodies at Destination Crafts. And this is going to be your destination, hopefully every week on Wednesdays. That's in the future, not just yet, but every week Wednesdays we're going to be bringing you craft.
Yes, I have got some some things in the pipeline for you all.
Sure.
So I've just got a tealy blue here, so I'm just going to add some dimension with a little bit of tealy blue, and that's just going to give us dimension in our leaves, like layer texture. So just use your brush, blend it through there. So I'm just doing the leaves first.
Now, because we have stencils, Toni, we can do different techniques. So if we were to apply a sticky ink through there, we can put our embossing powders. I know we've got some incredible Izink glitters, so we can spread those
I'm going to
through as
use
well.
that actually.
Nice.
So,
we have got, is this a bundle with the Izink?
And they are a great price.
You're getting 5 Izinks. We've got 2 different collections, and they are a silly, silly price.
They're normally $6.99 each.
Yeah. Well, we will bring those onto your screens in a moment. We'll start using them in a
Shop
minute.
ahead for those guys if you haven't got any of those, because they're super sparkly and we all love sparkle, right?
Find them on our website.
Right, so let's just put some colour through the top part. So purple, I'm going to go purple. You can do whatever you want, but let's just put some purple through here.
Nice. And you're going to be bringing us some of your gorgeous inks to the channel as well?
Yeah, everything. Yeah. I plan to bring everything.
Brilliant. Oh, yeah.
I think that we are working on that in the background, but the plan is to try and get some brands.
Yeah, cool.
First, so I don't have to travel.
All right, fair enough.
So here we go. Look.
Oh,
so when you remove it, it looks something like that. So you could just see, just by simply
Toni,
following.
that is amazing.
Yeah.
Can I pick that up?
Yeah.
Is that okay if I pick that up, guys?
I promise you, it don't bite.
Get in. Have a really good look at that. That is exquisite. I challenge anybody watching right now who does not want this in their life. Now, you can use this to pattern build. We can use this with our inks. We can put our texture paste through the stencils. We also have the coordinating die, and that suddenly changes the whole dynamic of the conversation, because then you can get truly arty. You can get these effects, and it's a consistency as well, Toni, of the stencils. So very quickly, I just want to go through, just for the purpose of any new viewers joining us, what we're actually getting. So you get the layered stencils, multiple layers there with the coordinating die.
Yeah, I'm going to use that as well next.
You get, so there is your coordinating die with the layered stencils. So obviously I haven't got the stencils in my hand, but you're getting layered stencils. You also get this monster, look at the size of this, beautiful background lattice die. You're going to get your sentiments, so your words there as well, so we can give some context to our creations. You're going to get the most beautiful vellum pack and the most beautiful coordinating papers. All of that, I mean, that is just win after win after win. £13 today, your first flexi payment. That's it. If you want to break it up, or you can pay $64.99. Incredible value for money, and we're not even charging you to deliver it to your door. We are giving you free postage and packaging.
And to have it all as a creative bundle where you haven't got to go hunting for mix and match, it's all there for you. So I'm just taking the last stencil that we just put some colour through. Yes, it's dirty, but it'll be absolutely fine. So I'm just going to pop it back on. And what I'm going to do on this last layer of this stencil is I'm going to use the Izink paste, okay? So this one is set 2, and it's the one with the iridescent in, and these are on the website at a super price, guys, super duper price. So these are recycled packaging from Yogurt, and they are a French company that do the best sparkly glitter paste. It's 24 carat, and this is the iridescent. So if I just move that around there, you'll see that
like
lovely
Aurora
shimmer.
Borealis.
Yeah, shimmer. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop some, squeeze it slightly. It might pop on me a little bit because it's a brand new one, but hopefully, oh, here we go. So I'll just pull it into shot here so you can see. I just pulled it away from my demo there. So you can see the sparkle just on there now.
Already.
So you can absolutely, it's going to pull the colour off my stencil, but I just want to show you how you can be a little bit more creative if you want to step up a little bit. So just hold the stencil in place. Let me just make sure it's lined up nicely there. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to push it through a stencil. Now you could do this on every single layer of the stencil, but all you need to do is leave it 5 or 6 minutes between each layer, because it takes 5, which is super fast for a glitter paste, by the way. Super fast drying, but you're going to need to leave it about 5 or 6 minutes between each layer. Just bear that in mind, because when you come to put the next stencil on, it'll just stick. So just bear that in mind. So I'm just using the last stencil, just get this glitter paste through. So I'll just do the top.
Before you reveal, can I grab the spatula off you for a second?
Of course you can.
Have a look at this.
These are scomping.
Have a look. Just have a look at the glitter
I know.
and the colours you're going to get on there. Right.
We like sparkle, don't we?
Lovely.
I've just done the head
You
on
can
that
find
one,
those
though.
on our
Excuse me.
website. Just type in, and we will be showing the details
Glitter
in a moment.
paste.
Oh, they're not on the. Apologies, they're not on the website yet. Next, we're going to feature the price in just a moment.
Okay, thank you. So let's do a little bit of a reveal. So all you do is pick the stencil off. Now put your stencil into some water or run it under the tap to get that glitter paste off there. But hopefully this will be able to. Is it better?
Yeah,
if
you
I...
can see it. Oh, the texture,
See,
the dimension.
It would be transparent, but because it's lifted the purple off my stencil, I've now got purple sparkle, which is fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. So if you clean the stencil and then do it with iridescent, you would have had iridescent sparkle. But look how beautiful. So you could have a full sparkly design too.
Are we able to see the lattice die cut out? We're just going to do that. Remember, in this bundle, you're going to get that large background lattice die. You're going to get the most beautiful floral die, which works with the layered stencil. We've got words to give context. It's everything combined. And you're not even going to be hunting around for papers and vellums, because we are gifting you, well, in the bundle, the most beautiful, beautiful vellums. I mean, come on. Imagine that as an inspiration. There's your vellum. So then we can cut out the flower. We've got our mats, our layers. We can tear into the vellum. That is exquisite. Are we able to see that, Gerald? Very, very, very pretty.
They're so cute.
All right. We've got lots of you calling up for this. Yeah, come on. Look at that. These vellums are exquisite. You also have the coordinating papers as well. Everything about this is classy. So you tell me, very simply, is this something you could imagine using? I've got to let you know, half the stock has gone in 20 odd minutes, like 28 minutes into the hour. Okay, we will continue.
Right, so with
this,
yeah, so wait till you see this. So this is a great wood effect die that is going to enable you to do the creeping hydrangeas through. If you want to, you can just utilize panels of it if you want to, and it's going to cut through all of your cardstock. Now, if you're brand new to the channel, brand new to craft, we do have die cutting machines on the website. So check those out as well if you don't have a die cutting machine, because you are going to need
this.
This
is a very new addition to your brand.
It is.
And I have to say, as somebody who is very comfortable with die cutting machines, I've presented in craft sector for like over 8 years. A die cutting machine, typically a hand crank die cutting machine, a lot of machines out there, especially when the die and the plates go through, it can be a bit of a chore. This is the easiest, and I'm not even going to sit on the fence on this. I'm going to say the easiest hand crank die cut machine I've ever witnessed. And I'm not just saying that because Tony's here. I really stand by that statement.
It does. Oh, if you hear the cracking, it's normal. It goes. It's like butter. It's like you don't need any body weight like we did in the past. Same with our embossing folders. You actually don't think it's cutting anything.
So, just again for new viewers watching us thinking, what's going on? What's the crack? Die cutting machines dies don't have a blade. They're not cutting like a pair of scissors or a knife. The way it cuts the paper is with compression. So when the plates they compress, and that's cutting through the paper. So that's the sort of crack you just heard.
Yep. So when you take it out, what happens is you just pop out all of your pieces and you see, hopefully, this wood grain effect on it. I'll add some ink and I'll bring it to life for you there.
We'll have a look.
So it'll show like a wood grain back panel for you if you want to thread your leaves through. Maybe you want to fussy cut some of the papers with the leaves and thread those through as well. So the collection just keeps on giving. But let's make this look like maybe a distress sort of like wood effect. So let's just
Karen's saying, good to see you both back again. Your second Destination Crafts event. It's going to be the second of many. We're going to start being more consistent with it. If you're sitting on the fence, don't. The Floral Fusion collection is exquisite. The quality we always expect from Toni with the creative possibilities are endless. Thank you so much, Karen. Another one from Connie T saying these are stunning. Great, Toni. You never fail to amaze us crafters. I was panicking. There were a minute where I couldn't get my card to go through, but phew. Well done. I'm glad you managed to sign up with us. I've purchased this wonderful collection. Thank you, Ideal World, for having Toni back. Hey, look, no, thank you, Toni, for coming back. Just let you know, if you are brand new, like Connie, and you want to sign up with us, just give us a call, 0800 051 7878, and one of our lovely call centre staff will sign you up. And once you've signed up, and then you never have to do that again.
So I'm just adding a little bit of ink here, just in any colour, just to show you how you get the wood detail on there. This would make a great stencil as well. I can see as I'm stenciling through, I'm getting that detail on the back. So you could have a nice back detail on there too.
So you've got this gorgeous wood grain effect. Now I'm thinking, cut this out in craft card, and then I'd go in with a darker brown ink. Yeah.
make it look like real wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. It looks great on mirror board as well.
Ooh.
So I don't know if you can see that now. Can you see that here? Yeah, you can see it there. Look. It's super cool, but I love the very fact that this is holding its own. This is sort of like the hero in the product, because this will utilise with all of your other crafts. There we go, great shot. This will utilise with all of your other items that you have from other lovely craft brands too. So shall I cut this one now, Yanis, and show you?
Yeah.
We'll use the die on this one, and then we can layer it on our lovely wood panel background. Now the die in this one is pretty unique in the sense that if you look at the die here, I'll just take it out of the packet. The top of the die has like little die cut pieces here which don't cut the design out. It's so you can raise the petals to give it that like full headed hydrangea detail on there. So all we're going to do is we're just going to pop the die on and just line it up with the leaves at the bottom. Just put it in the center.
We are approaching 60% of the stock for our exclusive collection. You can only buy it on Ideal World, and once it's gone, it's gone. So this isn't a question of we're going to find some more stock somewhere else. When we have Destination Crafts here on Ideal World, we're going to bring you brand new goodies, brand new products for the day. But when they sell out, that is it. Unless we still have a little bit more stock remaining, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case, because we are absolutely flying. You're getting the layered stencil with the hydrangea die. You're going to get that beautiful lattice die. You're also going to get the beautiful vellum pack 7x7 and the coordinating papers 7x7. All of that together, if you were to tot it up individually, value-wise, you are looking at over £90. With us today, if you choose to go down the flexi payment route, £13. That is the money leaving your account. We are spreading the costs over 5 months. So every month, £13 will be taken from your account for 5 months, but we are giving you free delivery as well. Or you can pay $64.99 and pay it in full.
Do you know, Ideal World are giving crafters accessibility to craft.
Yeah.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
I've
so.
never known anybody offer 5 flexi for free with no interest. Never. Never, never, never. So to have that capability for our lovely viewers at home that are on budgets, we're all feeling the pinch right now. So to be able to do that is just
we are
great.
We are getting some messages in about the Izink. So what we're going to do in a few minutes, we'll pause on this collection. You can still buy it on our website, but we will go on to the inks and we'll put the details on your screens because they're not on our website yet. And I know a lot of you want to get hold of them, and for good reason.
Okay. So here, it's all die cut. So you're thinking, all right, that's great. It's die cut. Now I can thread it into my wood grain background. But what we can do here is, if you look on the back, it's got die cut lines in here. So all you're going to do now is sort of like raise those little petals on there. And what it's going to do is it's going to give you a fuller head on your hydrangea. Just so I can see it there, and I'll show you from the side then. It's just that extra, it's just detail. It's just that extra detail that makes Stamps by Me just a little bit more wonderful. We've been at this now for nearly 15 years. And we just love to share the love of craft. So if you're watching the channel right now, please share me and Yanis and doing this show now, because I want all the world to know that Ideal now does craft. And it won't just be me. You won't get bored of me.
We never get bored of you, Toni. It is something we do want to grow, and we want to grow it together. We listen to your feedback. Genuinely, we do. Okay, so we've got our background trellis. Oh, come on. See, what we could do, we could create our mats and layers with our papers, our vellum, and then we can put this on the top. Come on, that is an absolute win.
So, and you can see the dimension. If you just put some pads behind there, you'll get that lovely raised. And if you did 2 and cut away the head of one of them, you could put 2 heads so it looked fuller. So you just keep the same greenery, but put the 2 heads, and then you have a full hydrangea bundle. Do
you know what I'm thinking? Construction acetate. So create your card blank with acetate. I hadn't even seen that. I genuinely hadn't seen that.
I tell you.
Have a look at this one.
Great minds.
So construction acetate behind. Then this is beautifully made. It's this by Sarah. So you still have the, you can see through sort of the lattice design. That is gorgeous. So we are going to go...
and that's the words in there as well, so the layered words, what you get in the set as well.
With the words, because I just want to go through what everyone is getting. So we are getting...
tidy up.
We're getting the words. What words are included here?
So you get Happy Days, Thanks and Gorgeous.
Brilliant.
So you get 6 dies, so 3 back panels for the colour and 3 of the words to go on top, so you mat and layer them on top.
We get our words here. We get this large, beautiful lattice die. That in itself, you're looking at £20. You're going to get that detailed hydrangea die with it cuts out, but it also cuts into the card, and you're going to get your 5-layer stencil as well. And if that's not enough, you're going to get your 7x7 vellums. Here, lots of different designs, and your 7x7 coordinating papers as well. All of that for £13 today, your first flexi payment, or $64.99 if you want to pay it in full. Free delivery. It's exclusive to Ideal World. It will always be exclusive to us. And once it's gone, it's gone. And it looks like it is going to go. It's absolutely flying. I'm going to give you a couple of moments to check out your baskets. And then we're going to have a little look at our Izink glitters, because they are stunning. So busy for our collection, I can't tell you. Go to our website, because those details are going to disappear in the moment from your screens. You'll be able to find the details on our website, and we're going to bring in now the Izink glitter pastes. Izink, French company, and they bring such incredible quality. Price-wise, have a look at this. For £5, take a look at this. No way. $19.99. How much does one of these sell for?
$6.99.
Very, very good price. But this is a question, when you see it, it's going to be just get in my basket. Okay, so we go through now. This is our option. This is, because I know we've got two. This is collection number 1. We'll go through everything that you were getting.
Yeah, so you get 5. And in collection 1, we get the black. We get the sort of like dark bottle green. We get this yellowy...
Like emerald green, yeah.
Emerald green, yeah. A yellowy gold, a beautiful teal, and this iridescent sort of like red.
Yeah.
Reddy pink.
It's like a corally
So let's
red.
just swatch them very quickly.
Okay.
So black is black, and it does have an undertone of multiple colours. Now, these are called the 24 carat, which means they have a nice mix in there of different colours as well. So I'm just going to swatch them. I'll swatch it onto black first.
You know, Izink's one of those companies, whenever in the past we've ever featured Izink, I've never heard a bad word about it. The quality that you get with Izink is incredible.
They do a ton of different things.
And it's so easy to get it's out of the actual pot. The packaging.
Absolutely. And if you make a mess, it's not a problem at all. Just make sure you put your lid on airtight. You can hang them as well. They have the deep bottom base, which means they can stand proud. You can pop them on as storage, so they look nice. So that's the black. So you can see on the black card, it looks awesome.
And once it starts to dry, then that iridescence comes through. So we'll show it. We'll just swatch it out, and then I'll hold it up to camera, and I'll give it a good wiggle. Do you want me to open that?
I think that one might be sealed shut. That one's mine, you see, Yanis, is it, doesn't it?
All right, I'll try and get it.
So I'll do this one next. This is sort of like the reddy pink. Now, when you first do it, bear in mind when they're put into the packets, they have a little bit of air in there, so it could potentially just... So take it away from your project. I'm just going to go for it here. Is it sealed shut? It's mine, that one, Yanis. That's
Do you know, that is absolutely...
Sorry.
Do you know, I said to the team, I've never found a bottle I couldn't open. I've just found it.
Oh, we need
never
that.
Say never.
We need that gadget that you were showing earlier.
Never say never. Is this the same one? No, it's not.
No. We can show it on the packets.
Yeah, okay.
I just need to clean my spatula in between. So that is the sort of like pink. I'm sorry, it's mixed with the black, but you can see this one has like a green undertone on the black.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go. Look at that.
Oh.
So if you use this on your leaves, although the surface would be pink, it would have that wonderful green undertone there as well. So make sure I clean my spatula this time. Okay. Let's do this lovely yellowy gold. Oh, see what I mean? That little bit of air. So let me just swatch this out for you. Look, this is my favourite. Oh, Christmas. I just look at that. They are just so sparkly. They are the 24 carats, so they do have that lovely mix in there as well.
We are absolutely flying on this. So many callers ringing up. Just the latest names on my screens, Catherine and Jenik.
Now, this probably Alice is going to love this one. Isn't it nice? So I'm just trying to show you so you can see the mix.
Easy to work with. So just anyone watching right now, Toni, wow, that's stunning. Where would you be using these? Why would you be using these? How would you?
Definitely stencils, but I know they're tube based and I'm just using this sort of like spatula here, but don't be afraid to experiment with them. You can pop them on your finger, you can pop end on, and you can just sort of like take your artwork or your pieces and you can add just a highlight. So tap off the excess on here and then with your finger just pounce, just to add a touch of sparkle. I'll show you on these two leaves here. You don't have to use them in stencil form. They're sparkly blue at the end of the day, so use them on roofs of houses to create sparkle. But hopefully you can see that lovely sort of sparkle on that petal that I've just pounced on there with my finger. You don't have to use them in the formation that I'm showing you. It's probably the most popular way, but you don't have to.
Gerald, if we can get in a close here just to show everybody, and so many of you want the Izink in your life. Remember, just one of those pouches, you'd be looking at $6.99. Look at the wonderful undertones, all of these colors coming through. This is collection number 1.
Yep, I'll show you number 2.
Oh, look at it. So we'll do it in a moment, Toni. We'll just stick with the details here and then we'll do number 2.
Perfect.
That is stunning. Absolutely stunning. And look, this is your consumable. As crafters, we get excited. You managed to open it, Chris?
Has he?
Oh,
well thank you.
With hands.
Strong
Gerald,
hands.
you put me to shame. There we go.
Shall we do it?
Oh, he has done it. Well done, Gerald.
He has. Another nice green. So we'll just show you the last green in here. So this has got like a lovely blue undertone. So you can see the difference. That's why this collection's been put together. These will work beautifully together, one on top of the other. Let's just show you on the black. So this one's more muted. There's not as much sparkle as these iridescent ones here, but the bundle's been put together in such a way that you have the muted tones as well, so it's not all going to be like bling bling. So that's that collection. If for the price, probably for the price you're looking at getting the other collection free, aren't you? That's the saving really. So can I give you that back?
Absolutely.
Do you want me to show the other collection?
Yeah, just hold on 1 second. We'll just stay on this, maybe play with this just for a few moments, and then we'll get to the other collection. That is beautiful. We've got a huge amount of callers on the line. Joyce, Connie, Catherine, Jenik, the names I can still see on my screen. Right, let's have a bit of a play with this and then we'll get on to collection 2.
Do you want me to show collection 2 or do you want me to work with?
We'll work with one.
Could you just pass me that sample? It's all right, this one. Yeah. So I'm just going to show you. This is a purple undertone. And if you take the, how do we decide? I'm going to go with
what about the ready one?
Let's go with the reddy pinky one.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, if you don't want to use your fingers, maybe you're skin sensitive, use a little sponge, use a cloth, use a dauber, use whatever you want. So I'm just going to go again with my finger here. So you can see it's got that lovely. This is the beauty of this as well. You like your hands are dirty. It stands up. It's not, but make sure you do put the lid back on when you're ready. So tap off or start a little pile at the side here and then just tap all around. Like I say, it dries within about 6 minutes. So if you're putting it through your stencils, it's going to be dry pretty quick. Normally in the day, you'll remember when we used to do sparkle, that's drying now under these lights, but we had to leave it overnight. And we were always touching, weren't we? There was always fingerprinting it because we were like, is it dry yet? Is it dry yet? So if you're wanting to add extra sparkle to your designs, of course you can do that. And you've got a lovely mix. So we've got some flower tone colours in there. So that is going to decorate the top. And then I'm going to take the green now and I'm just going to add some sparkle to that.
Now, Michaela is saying, is there a direct email address to sending messages to the studio, please. This came from customer service. I want to say hello to Toni and Yanis and to comment on the collection. It's awesome. The demos are fabulous. Thank you, Ideal World, for offering the opportunity to purchase. Now, absolute pleasure. So the way it works on Ideal World, we don't have an email address, but if you have a mobile phone with free text messages, you can text us directly. Have a look at the bottom of the screen where it says our free phone number. It will scroll, and in between it will show you our text number. Now I'll tell. Oh, there it is at the bottom of your screens right now. So it's 07860022222, and it's if you've got text included in your minutes, absolutely free. That's beautiful. So you can see now we've got a solid sparkle on there as well. So I put the colours that I use for that particular one is the teal effect for the bottom, and then have you got the lid for that one? And then the pinky one. So this is from the first set, is it? Yeah, correct? We are going to be moving on to our next set. If you do want to get hold of the first set, 5 of the most beautiful glitter-packed paste with this wonderful undertones of the iridescent. So that is collection number 1, £6.67 your first flexi payment, or $19.99. But again, just to remind you, one of these pouches retails for $6.99. So that is an exceptionally good value for money. Should be £35 for the collection, just to give you an idea how much you would be paying. All right, we're going to move on to collection number 2 now.
Right, so this particular one, again, a lovely sort of like collection. So you have the iridescent. The iridescent's brilliant for Christmas because it can go on roofs of snow, roofs for snow effects, on top of pathways. It gives like a water effect as well. So let's do this one.
We'll get the details on your screen now for your second collection from Izink. And you're so good when it comes to your mediums and the goodies that you bring.
I just love anything that's
rich,
nice.
Deep blue.
I need a suit in that colour.
Yeah.
That is nice. Let's see what it looks like on the black. Sometimes they don't show. Oh, that's beautiful.
That shows.
I always like to show because people do like to work with black. A lot of crafters work with black. So that's the blue, which is this one here. I'll just lay them at the top so people can see.
Just remind you, if you want to go for the brand new collection, that Floral Fusion collection, you can find it on our website, idealworld.tv. It is brand new and exclusive to Ideal World.
So this one has like a corally red undertone on there, so you can see it has got a mix in this one. I'll just show you.
Yeah, see that?
And they don't lose the sparkle when they're dry. What you see is what you get. And the pouch window is not a sticker, it's a transparent one. So the colour that you see through with that detail is the colour that's inside. It's not a sticker representing a colour, it is actually the colour. So then we've got the next one. Just pull it down because I don't make sure I clean my spatula so we don't mix.
Okay.
Such a scruffy pup.
Second collection, already busy for this as well. There's such bright, vibrant colours.
Great sunflowers.
It's such a strong collection to have at home when you consider if you've gone for that floral bundle, because very spring-like. And I love the fact that they change personality depending on whether you go on your white cardstock or your black cardstock. Could we put these on our papers or vellums?
Yes, of course you can. Play around. What's the worst that could happen? There's nothing, it's a bit of card, it's only a time, I guess. So this is a different coloured green. So this is more grass-like. So this is the grass-like green with the iridescent mix. So you can see the difference there. How are you going to decide? I have no clue, but thankfully that's not up to me. So I've done that one. Have I done that one? No, I need to do the transparent one, don't I? 1, 2, 3, yeah, transparent last. So this is the one which you probably will utilise the most.
Nice.
This is the one I use all the time, guys, all the time. And like you say, if you pick up the ink from your stencil, it's going to change colour. So that's it on white. Let's show you on black.
Oh, yes. And that comes to life. Because suddenly all the greens and blues. What I'll do, I'll hold this up and then I'll show you. I'll then do the white. I'll just show you on the black for a second. So that's your green. That is your orange. Then you see a lot of interference coming on those colour tones, the interference colour tones. There's your red, there's your blue, and that is your transparent. Now, if I just show you on the white cardstock, you'll be able to really appreciate. So obviously transparent, we're not going to see that as well on the white, but look at your green. look at your orange, look at your red, look at your blue. Absolutely stunning, vivacious, bright, vibrant colors. You've got such a easy texture paste to work with. So it's beautiful to work with. It gives you a great profile. So I want you to imagine these colors running through your stencils, those highlights that you're going to be able to apply, not just to the floral collection that we've seen, but think about your stash, because I know if you're a crafter at home, the kind of goodies that you have at home. So think about the stencils that you already own. How are you going to be using these? If you're going to make a construction piece, just to add a little bit of glitter and glamour, maybe to a roof top. Stunning. Very, very busy for this. Lynn, Joyce, Pauline, the latest names to appear on my screen. Okay, shall we go back to our main collection now?
Yep, shall we run the dies, the words through this time?
We'll do that. So remember, you're getting the lattice, you're getting that beautiful hydrangea, and it is a large, impactful hydrangea. I just want to show you here, having a look at this. So you get the layered stencil, you get this wonderful hydrangea, you get the lattice die, you also get the word. So everything I'm holding in my hands right now, this is what you could be making with our brand new exclusive bundle. We will get the details back on your screens in just a moment, so bear with us and we'll get those details back on your screen. But look at the size of that hydrangea. Look at how clear those gorgeous words are, and they are gorgeous. And then, of course, you've got the background lattice as well, and you've got the papers, and you've got the vellum in the mix as well. Stunning.
Right, so what I'm going to do is we'll do two different colours. So let's do the detailed part in a nice gold, maybe. So just stick that on there like so. And then the back panel in a white. So the dies are stuck to your sheet, so you can stick them back on if you want to. So this side we'll do, let's do a nice gold maybe. Okay. So we'll trim this one down.
I've got to applaud you with just how clear the lettering is. And again, just show you the kind of letters that we're going to get. The thanks in there. That as a thank you card. If I can just show everyone at home. That is so good.
It's good, isn't it?
You want to think, if you were making a thank you card, again, please bear with us. We're going to get the details for the complete collection on your screens in a moment. We still got the details. Those are for the Izink. That isn't for the collection that we're going to be showcasing.
So if we do gold now, could we? Let's just use the paper, right? Don't be buying the paper and looking at it and stroking it.
No,
because that's what a lot of people do. You must make sure you use it, guys. So I'm going to use a dark one. Let's use the black, and then it'll show through our gold. So I've just got one of the pieces of the paper here. So let's just trim this down.
Okay.
And the beauty about these is the whole exterior die cut element will be the gold, which is really, really nice. So
just as we're cutting out, let me show you a few more of the papers that you're getting in this collection. So have a look at these. Absolutely.
It nearly matches my skirt.
Stunning. And these are uncoated. They're a great weight. They really do reflect the theme so wonderfully. That is, do you know, this one, with think about those Izink glitters, really lends itself to getting embellished.
You're done, aren't you?
So you're getting, and what you're seeing here, you will also get vellums as well. All of these designs in the form of the papers. That is stunning. Brand new, exclusive to Ideal World, #Destination Crafts. Okay, so we're going to see the words coming through.
So let's cut the words this time so you can see. This is what I'm loving about Ideal World and how we sort of like built the shows, is I'm able to just show you start to finish. Because in the past when we've done these sort of shows, as probably most will know, it's, oh, here's one I did earlier. Because everybody knows craft, right? Well, that's not the case here, is it? No. That is not the case here. So to do it all.
It's nice to start, you know, from start to finish.
Yeah, absolutely. So just go, no point going back. Let's just keep going. And then when you come out the other end, you'll have sort of like your matte and layer dies. So you can see
perfect
what happens.
Now, as a statement, you think about what we have here. Gorgeous, happy days, and thanks. All those three statements you can use, and they are so versatile. So if you want to make just a thanks card for a friend, you just could have gone for a lunch with them. They could have got you a present. Happy days is just a great one to send to somebody if you just want a generic sentiment that covers a multitude of sort of tones. And then we have the gorgeous, and again, that is a lovely sentiment we can put on a card.
Absolutely. So they're all year rounders, really, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're not sort of like
clear
specific.
Tony. Do you know my one bugbear with a sentiment? sometimes we see sentiments and they're very swirly and
Not readable.
That's it. You kind of look at like, what does it actually say? These are clear, and you can make them stand even more. So put them on. There you go, done. But if you put black underneath,
and then when we take our back panel,
oh come on. And that is to perfection. You get your matte and your layer.
Let's take it.
$64.99. All right. Normally we tell you percentages. We've been so busy. I'm going to let you know how many of these collections we have left. And I guarantee we've got more viewers watching than we have stock. If you want to get hold of this, it is exclusive to Ideal World. I have 39 remaining. Yeah, right. That's it. Tony looked at me like, what? 39. So if you want to get it today, this collection, that beautiful, beautiful hydrangea, and it's such a large, impactful hydrangea. Then we get the layered stencil, the coordinating layered stencil, 5 different layers there. We're also going to get that wonderful lattice die. We're also going to get the pack of 7x7 vellums. We're also going to get the pack of 7x7 papers. It is an exclusive bundle, 39 remaining. I have 39 units. Once it's gone, that's it. It's gone. £13 today, your first flexi payment. If you are brand new to Ideal World and you would like to place an order, a couple of ways you can do it. Give us a call, 0800 051 7878. Sign up, register. You only have to do it once, then you can order, or go to our website, idealworld.tv.
So I've done thanks, we've done gorgeous.
Such good sentiments. Oh, I forgot to say in the bundle, you're also getting the sentiment words as well. So you get the words with the background panel too. Julie's not missing out, Louise is not missing out, and we are busy. So we are in danger of losing this bundle. We have a tiny, tiny amount of stock. And remember, we've got new goodies to be showcasing in the next hour as well.
So just to put it into perspective here, guys, what it could absolutely look like is I just grab a carte blanche here, and I just have my beautiful. Now, the words drop out solid too, other than the O. You could use you could utilize the letters in some form as well.
Yeah, you can paper piece back in.
Yeah, you could paper piece them back in, absolutely.
Oh, do you know, I love the fact. So cut it out a couple of times and then, yeah, paper piece. 100% do that.
Yeah, and it's not too complicated either. So here's the hydrangea we did.
So pretty.
And then you can just...
I mean, that on a simplest level.
Yeah, just literally.
You are brand new to crafting. What we have here, you can buy card blanks. We're going to be bringing you card blanks onto the channel eventually. So you buy a card blank. We use our layered stencil. We've shown how easy that is. We cut out the hydrangea. We cut out the sentiment. Done. That is the most beautiful card.
And then look.
Okay, different level.
We wanted to start to elevate as well.
Different level. The vellums are stunning.
They are, aren't they? And then if you sort of like,
Tony,
if you like your clean and simple cards, which you've got like panels and things like that, and you can then do like a panel down here like so, pop him on there, and then just pop your thanks down here, or happy days, or gorgeous. Who's it for? Is the person you're giving it to gorgeous? Then let's let them know that they are gorgeous. Right. And again, you can do multiples.
Or a thanks.
Yeah.
Happy days.
Or you could put all on. Thanks, gorgeous.
Thanks, gorgeous. Oh, I like that. Thanks, gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah. But you see, if you'd have done like the white on the thanks and the gorgeous, like this card here, you could have had it all matching if you like your clean and simple. And this piece at the back here, guys, is the panel from here. So what we did was we cut that wooden grain panel, left it totally white, and just cut some of it away, giving you sort of like a feature panel down the front of your card. So don't necessarily look at them as they're built for, and think beyond. I know as crafters you're quite creative anyway, and you will just experiment and you will go for it, but some of the best cards are just meant to be from you just playing, cutting into them, changing the colours, changing the design, using the papers. And don't forget to use all of your paper offcuts on cards on their own as well. So don't bin them, use them as cards.
Time is beating us very, very quickly. If I could just show you some finished examples of what you can get in this collection. A brand new exclusive collection here on Ideal World, Destination Crafts. So you're going to get the most stunning hydrangea. We're also getting the words in there as well. So your thanks, happy days, gorgeous. You're getting the layered stencil, the outside cutting edge die of the hydrangea, which cuts in detail there so we can lift up that detail. You're going to get the most beautiful vellums and coordinating papers into the mix. This is a collection where we can very simply just use what we have. We can dip in, we can start getting very artistic and very crafty. Use your Izink if you've got any of the Izink paste to highlight. Use the vellums just on a simple level with the sentiment. That is stunning. That is gorgeous.
Yes, that's just been splashed with some water to make it look a little bit more artistic.
There we go.
Most of the cards are just the papers, which lend themselves beautifully, but they're brilliant for sympathy, the ones that we don't like to do, but very uplifting, and just a thank you card, or, you know, thinking about you, happy day. What is your story? Because the story is going to fit for this particular collection. It's sort of like got the cool, dark undertones, but you can make it as bright and as vibrant as you want to.
It looks printed.
That is pretty
What I would just love to leave you with, guys, are we able to just get a shot of the pack shot here? Have a look at what you are getting. So when you consider all of this and we will stick with this actually because it is going to go, so we might as well stay with this until it does go. So what we have the most beautiful papers. We have the coordinating vellum. We also have the sentiments, the words here. We have that large lattice die, and we have got the hydrangea here, that floral hydrangea with the layered stencils. Now, all of this as a bundle, if you were to buy this as a bundle, you'd be looking at over £90. Today, because it is a special deal and it is Destination Crafts, we are saying $64.99, or if you choose to take advantage of flexi payments in Ideal World, interest-free, no charges apply to your flexi, £13 today, 13, and it's going to be your first flexi of 5. But the money leaving your account, £13. And we're giving you free delivery as well. I am going to give you I'll tell you what, we're going to do a last 5 minutes on this. We'll stick through. Normally we go to a break, but we are really busy, so we are going to stay with this. Tony, just the last 5 minutes, and Julie, Annette, Diane, well done. We are very close to losing this. So we're under 30 remaining. And trust me, if you knew how much stock we started with, it's absolutely flown. Let
me just show you ways to use your vellum. So when you're sticking your vellum, use a tape pen because it doesn't show through as much. But if you're thinking, well, I don't know what to do, some great ways to use your vellum is just very quickly here. Can you see these creative envelopes which are just folded? So you get that transparency. So you could put, this is a small one, but you could put a gift card inside if you wanted to. You can use it as torn edges. Look, this has not used any of the stencils or any of the words. And look how this beautiful album's being put together. So if you are a paper creator, you're totally covered as well within this particular collection. But if you like your vellums and you're thinking, oh, I'm not sure what I'd do with them, here's a couple of options for you. So you can
this vellum is stunning.
I know, it's like you don't want to use it.
Yeah. But use it, please.
I'm going to use it. So basically you could do, so to create sort of like an elegant card, is that, we'll make sure I've just got the edge of my card here, that's correct. So
just let you know, if you do want to buy this and you're brand new to Ideal World, give us a call on our free phone number, 0800 051 7878. And sign up that way, or go to our website, idealworld.tv.
So if you take your card blank and just have the vellum aperture at the front, so you have these are like the expensive cards that you see in store, aren't they? And then if you wanted to just tape it at the back, you could do that and have that unique element on the front. Then all you would probably want to do then maybe is just add a cute sentiment. This is a large card, but you could add a cute sentiment and just have it in its simplest format. But other ways you can use it, if you tear it, just do it. If you tear it, it gives you this sort of like, I wanted it to be wonky. But you can then put panels down the side of your card. So put the tape behind, let me show you. And then just put some panels down. Oh, excuse me. Make sure you tape it down. And then if you take them, so this one I want to be wonky. Everybody on TV is like, I can't believe you just assassinated that vellum. So then if you start to layer, what happens is the colour underneath gets more intense. So let's just pop this one on top.
Elizabeth, Christine, Julie, well done. Remember, you are getting hold of an exclusive collection here on Ideal World. I can only stay with this for another 3 minutes because we do have another collection and we've kind of gone into our 1 o'clock hour. So this is your 3-minute warning. If you want to get hold of this collection, now is your chance. It is exclusive to Ideal World. We're giving you your free delivery. We're giving you 5 flexi payments, £13 today, the money leaving your account, and we're spreading that cost over 5 months, hopefully making this collection that much more attainable.
So we've got our lovely vellum background there,
that.
just on that card, blank, plain. But then again, you could just add a word and be done. But look what happens when you do bring in the rest of the elements from. If you just sit it on top, have it, trim it down, you could still add the sentiment. Yes, the colourways are not perfect, but just for example here, to show you that the vellum looks beautiful, separated and torn. Let me just show you something else. If you take the paper collection now, and you just tear the papers, there's they go through your embossing folder, of course, but if you just take the papers and put the paper onto the card, cut it down and matte and layer it accordingly. But if you did this in a monochromatic tones of brown, like this one here maybe, these sort of monochromatics, and laid them over, it just shows you, look, monochromatic golden brown, traditional hydrangea colours there, but this is the vellum torn down the side, like what we've just tried to replicate on that card there. It's just beautiful. And with vellum as well, it gives like a halo effect, so you can tell it's vellum. It looks different on the card. It's got a slight sheen to it as well, but all of our vellums you can utilise with your embossing powders as well. They work beautifully for that too, but equally, I mean, you can create just so many lovely things.
To show you, because we do need to move on, if you go for this collection, this is what you are getting. It is a fantastic bundle at an exceptional price. So we're going to be giving you that incredible lattice die. It is a large background die. So now what we can do is have those florals swirling around, sort of creeping up the lattice. We're also going to give you the hydrangea with the layered stencils. Can we just get a shot of this, guys? There we go. So this is the bundle. Those are your papers. There are your vellums. They are a paper pack, a vellum pack, 7x7 here, 7x7 here. You're going to get your words, which you can see there, your word dies, which are really good, strong word dies. So thank you, happy days, and gorgeous. Very legible. That is your lattice die, and it is an absolute monster. Look at the size of that, with the wood grain effect in there as well. Craft card with some brown ink is a winner. And then you have your beautiful hydrangea with the layered stencil. All of that, if you were to buy it individually, you'd be looking at over £90. Today, with us, $64.99 or £13 your first flexi payment, and we're giving you free delivery. Okay, what I'm going to do is give you some time to buy, and then the fun will continue. We've got a brand new bundle, again exclusive, here on Ideal World. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Ideal World. So more newness here on Destination Crafts. And another stunning collection.
Yeah,
I don't know how you're doing this.
We're in the theme of stencils and dies at the minute with the education, should we say, on this front. So basically, this is a very similar design, conceptual design to the hydrangea, but this one's a magnolia and it's a square. So if you love your square cards, you can do this. But equally, I've just put some samples there for you. They don't have to be used in the square format. You can use them as corner to corner.
Ooh.
You can cut into them if you want to, but you get this sort of like transparent, sort of like layered system. It's a little bit different to the hydrangea. It's beautiful, right? But again, you know the words that you just saw on the hydrangea collection, we've got words in this one as well. We've got just for you. You can see that design on there. And if you use the stencils on their own or teamed up with the paper, you can do that as well. So let's have a look at this one.
Okay, these finished samples are stunning.
Yeah, so you can get some really artistic finishes if you want to, or you can keep it as it is on the tin. I keep saying this, and that is as it is on the tin. So the layering stencils gives you that sort of transparent colour in the petals. Then when you add that layered dye on top, that's where you get the detail in the leaves. So in this particular kit, you also get shades of pink paper collection, which is wonderful. So our all surfaces are the look of sparkle without plastic. There's no plastic used. It's more
environmentally friendly.
Yeah.
So it looks, you still get the allure of the sparkle, but the beauty here as well is if you have glitter paper or sparkle, sometimes it's hard to do techniques on top. Here, uncoated, so we can stamp, we can do all our techniques.
Why we didn't do it earlier,
Love that.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But basically, yeah, so it's uncoated and you can still do all of the lovely techniques that we love. So the Magnolia Dreams is 9-piece set, and it comes with layering stencils and a die and just for you word set. So I'll just get mine out here. So always on all of our packaging, guys, you'll have like a little mini demo on the back to showcase. You'll have the wonderful QR code, which shows you all of the inspiration as well, so you can get inspiration from us. And then in the collection, you'll get your layering stencils and the dies. So again, they're a good size die. They're not for the faint-hearted. They make good size cards, these do.
Just going to get the price onto your screen. So if you do want to get this into your baskets, it's ready, steady, go.
So we'll just open this one here.
$29.99. $29.99.
Oh, yeah.
But wait, for dies, stencils, and papers.
Yeah, it's a good deal. I'm doing my best here.
That's very, very good. So just £7.50 your first flexi payment, and there is $2.99 on your PMP. But ultimately, when you think about this, the die, just the die alone, think how much you'd be paying for. Then you get the layered stencils, and you get the papers. You put it all together. It's an absolute win.
Yeah, the die would be $18.99 on its own, just this. Just this. So you are getting a good deal. So I've just got this square card here. Yep. So let's take our stencils. So it's the same as our last concept. So they are numbered in the corner. They have the hearts in the corner to aid you as well if you want to line them back up. They are numbered, and I will just try and find that in the light here. So 5, let's go this way. So you can see, hopefully, they are numbered, they're etched in the centre there. So 1, and follow the number system. If you skip 1 or move 1, you'll have to go back and do it, okay? So let's do the stencil system first. So we have number 1. Let's just do it. You can do it in the centre, to the side, whatever you want. It's your craft, right? There are no rules. So let's do, shall we do a teal one this time?
Okay.
Rather than pink. So, because pink is what we do all the time. And then I went for pink.
Go whichever you feel. You go with your gut.
I like them all, though. So, number 1.
Yeah.
Now let's just do it in the corner, because I know lots of new crafters, so I've just lined it up with the edge of my card. You could do it in the centre if you wanted to. So let's just move that out there. So again, get the colour down, super duper easy. And you can make it as dark, as light, as pretty, and you can actually do multiple colours through one stencil. So if you wanted to go through with the pink now as well, you can of course do that as well. And you can do this onto the papers, which we'll do in the next demo. So let's just do this one first and show you what it is. So you get your first stencil on there. Now if you get any of this, don't worry, because the die will hide it. So number 1, and then we'll get number 2. We'll press on a little bit hard. We'll stick with one colour, I think, if we can get the depth in colour. So number 2.
This is what turns you into an absolute pro. So say, if you're an experienced crafter, happy days, because you're going to get a great finish and then you can go on and do other techniques. If you're just starting your crafting journey, this is the leveler. It levels the playing field for everybody, because it's the consistency that you get with a layered stencil. Every time you will have that perfection to the finish every time. This isn't
time.
a question of sometimes hit and miss. Certain techniques, you're kind of like, it doesn't work every time.
Every time. So when you take away this, you'll start to get your layers. You'll see them come together.
That looks 3D.
Looks great already.
Looks like you've cut in there.
Yeah. Then number 3.
Wow. And another technique, what you'll notice with Toni, she might use the same color here, but depending on how heavy you go or lighter you go, you're going to get different tones. So then it will still show up the detail differently.
Yeah, so start off light. It's always easier to add. You can't really take away. So start off light, move the stencil, have a nosy. Are you happy with it? If so, move on to the next one. If it's not dark enough, add it. You can't always take it away. So I'm just pressing on a little bit harder here.
Okay.
And then you get your next layer as well.
Oh, Toni.
It's good, isn't it?
It's lovely.
We love lead stencils. And then number 4 here.
And I would be thinking, go onto our website, have a look at the collection of glitter Izinks that we have. We have collection 1 and 2. But you imagine using the Izinks through here too. It would look stunning.
Yeah, like if we clean this stencil, to clean this stencil now and did the iridescent, one of this last layer would be totally sparkly, clear on top of. So, you know, play around with your colour.
Yeah.
So just try and get that really dark through there so you can see you get your lovely layers.
It's like ripples of water coming through, layer upon layer upon layer of detail.
Yeah, it's a little bit abstract here, this one. I like this one a lot. So I've just got my next stencil, which is number 5. And this is just going to put some sort of like, I'll just bring this packet in here. It puts like a halo of green in. Now, you don't have to use number 5, but I do like to use number 5. And I'm going to do it in a pink this time, the back in a pink, but of course they are leaves, but I'm doing them in pink. So just to add an accent to the back. So I will do the pink centre as well. So just get some pink down. And then when you've done your stencils, it's the dye that will then add the detail on this one. So before, the complete detail was in the stencils themselves, whereas this one's a little bit different in the sense that the dye is going to put some detail on here. So I'll show that in a second. So then you get this halo and you're thinking, right, okay, where's it going? So then what we get then is our dye. And you can see already from the dye, it has the detail in the dye there. So when I'm going to cut this now in, whether it be gold, white, black, whatever it may be, it's going to add all of that detail in there.
Okay. So
shall we do it in black so it pops?
Yeah.
So you can see it in black. That'll be nice because we haven't used any black in the show yet. So let's just get our plates.
While we're doing this, Fiona has messaged in saying, great collection. This is the previous collection. Great collection from Toni, and those inks are amazing. Here's to another sellout show and many more to come. That's Fiona in Edinburgh. Bless you, Fiona.
Thank you, Fiona. Edinburgh, hey?
Yeah. I love Edinburgh.
Yes,
It's nice. A really nice place.
So we have the black cardstock and then the dye. And while we're at it, shall we cut the sentiment too?
Yeah. So again, with the sentiment, you have the matte and then you have the detail in there as well. So you're not having to fumble or cut your own out.
No, it's all in the tin, packet tin. So we'll just run this one through.
Nice.
Super duper easy. So if you're thinking to yourselves, I'm brand new to craft, this might be a great starting point at an affordable price to get you going maybe.
Yeah.
So you have options. And then we're back tonight as well with 6 with some more, aren't we?
Brilliant.
So
you're going to be on, I think, with Mike.
I might do a little live afterwards all and talk to you all about the show, and then we'll talk about how bad Yanis was. I'm joking. Talk about how good he was.
Bless you.
Obviously. Right, so then when you pop it out, look, you see the detail here? You can't see it in the black, but when we lift, look what happens.
Now, that is a sign of a good dye, how everything just falls out. So we're not having to do much picking there.
No, just pop the pieces out.
Yeah.
Little pieces. You might have to get your fingernail in or a little poke tool or something.
Flick. There you go. Okay. So, let me just show, if I could show you close up for a second. What we have there, that's pretty. You see the layers upon layers of detail, and we're getting very busy. But now look what happens when we overlay. Oh, let me flip that around. There you go. So now when we overlay, look at that. I challenge anybody watching at home to not, if you are a crafter for $29.99 or £7.50 plus your P&P, how would you not want this in your life? That is beautiful. And Tony's quite right. There's something kind of Art Deco about this. Play with your inks, play with your stencils, play with your dye, and you're going to get so many different effects. This is exquisite. And just to give you an idea, now remember, we are getting the sentiments as well. Let me show you the kind of things that you could be doing. So as I go through these inspirations, you ask yourself the question, are we maybe going to use some water reactive inks and do some splatter effects on there? Are you going to go for, I think this is a gold, but a craft card, a glitter card? Stunning. Are we going to be using pastel colors? Are you maybe going to use darker colors coming in here? Or what about this? Without the actual dye, just a beautiful soft floral. Again here. Or maybe without the stencil and just using the dye. So we can use the dye independently, we can use the stencil independently, we can create pattern effects now. So with that dye, you're creating your own pattern papers. Such a good sentiment in this too, just for you, is such a strong sentiment. We can mix our own stash of stamps in there, or how about that? Craft card, come on, absolute win.
You like craft card.
I love craft card.
Hey, I was just thinking there, Yanis, my staff at work, last time I was here, my staff at work had you on telly. And Becky, who is my member of staff, she's probably watching now, she's probably like, I can't believe she's mentioning my name. She's like, I love Yanis. He is nice, man, isn't he? I was like, yeah. She's like, well, that's the first time I've ever seen him. He did your show really well. Like, that's his job, Becky. She's like, I know, but wasn't he really good? I'm like, are you surprised?
Thank you very much, Becky.
So Becky will be at work like, I'm going to kill her. Good-looking young man, him. He did you well.
Thank you very much. There you go. It's very kind.
She'll be well embarrassed now because I know she's watching. Right, so let's show you. I cut the back out of white. So when you...
I love the fact we've got our backing already cut out. You've got your topper. That is such a good sentiment. It's legible. It's impactful. I've only got, actually, I was going to say 40. We've got less than 40 remaining here. Connie's back in touch saying this is such a beautiful stencil and die set. And the black looks stunning over the colours. Yanis, you're a wonderful presenter along with Tony. I love working with Tony. And Tony is a friend. So we speak outside of work. She is a very good friend as well. You're always so pleasant on TV. Long may this continue. Connie, that's really sweet. Thank you so much.
So I am actually going to put this together just very quickly. So I'm just using a quick tape pen here, but of course at home you take your time, use your glues and things like that. So I'm just going to stick it onto here. Now it's pretty much self-explanatory, guys. So if you just line it up with the little circles in the centre there, it literally does look after itself. There's not too difficult at all.
Perfect.
And then in this particular set, you also get the outline die. It's here, look. So you can cut a lovely chamfered edge around the design and have just the cutest mini card. And then you've got your just for you, which you can pop in the centre, just smack bang in the centre, off to the side. But as you've seen there, the design team have done some really big cards utilising as well.
I think, like, with your larger sort of 8x8s, what we can do is panel, so do a few together.
You could absolutely.
And then I'd rotate maybe the flowers or pattern design. With quilters with blocks. So we could have it facing different directions as well. You can really play around with this.
And the other thing as well, Yanis, is once you've stuck it down, if you don't want the frame and you just want the floral detail like so, you can absolutely just cut it away. Does that make sense? So you could just end up with a beautiful flower around as well.
Well, it does lend itselp to being cut out.
It doesn't have to be in the chamfered frame as well. So let me just pop this quickly into my cutter here. And we'll just make a little cute card. Obviously, you at home cut yours absolutely straight, and you use the die. That's why I've put the die in there too, so you can keep it all cute and neat. And then, like for now, if you wanted to, the sentiment that you've created could absolutely just, that wasn't the one, go in the centre look. But also, don't forget, if you've bought the other collection, you have all of these other creative words as well. So you could use the words from your other collection if you manage to get that one as well. They all interlink. They're all of a good size. They're not tiny incy-wincy things. And then inside, you can just take your tape pen here, just pop them in the centre. So the centre has a nice decorative piece in there as well. And then when you stand it proud on its table, give it a good score at the top. You have a nice square, mini square if you wanted to. Just really pretty. I mean, or you could do it in your sparkly glitter card, but you also have that pink paper pad in there as well, and I'm going to use that next.
Very attainable. as a quick card, if you think how you're going to be making this, and it lends itself to so many different techniques as well. Well done, Elizabeth, just the latest name to appear on my screens. So if I just show you here, I'll put this in and we can see some finished examples, how we're going to use it. Use the stencil to pattern build. So now on your larger cards, you are creating your own beautiful pattern papers. Or if you just want to use the stencil by itself, you absolutely can. If you want, the die by itself, not the stencil. If you want to use the stencil by itself, you absolutely can. If you want to use watercolors, how beautiful does that translate? Obviously, if you use the two together, special things happen. So you dictate the direction you would love to go. Think about the maybe sentiments you already have in your stash that would work well, the stamps you already have in your stash.
That's my favourite because it just shows you how the collection is built to be in a square, but equally, if you cut them away like I just showed you, you have corner to corner 3D with texture and layers as well. So many options, really.
Okay, I tell you what we're going to do is give you a few moments to check out those baskets. Remember, if you're brand new to Ideal World, the best way to purchase, well, two ways to purchase. You can either give us a call, 0800 051 7878, or go to our website, idealworld.tv. Hello everyone, very busy on this, and just to remind you, all the stock is here at Ideal World and will be dispatched from tomorrow. I do apologize because I know there were slight issues in our first show, teething problems. It was always going to happen. This time round, Toni is insured. We've got the stock. It's here. It's ready to go. It's going to be dispatched literally tomorrow. We've been really busy. Thank you. Genuinely thank you, because what we're trying to do is build this together. This is Destination Crafts here on Ideal World. It's only going to get better and better. We will hopefully be expanding, bringing you more brands. But as always, Toni is here, and she is
stuck with me for now.
No, we're going to always be stuck with you. You are a stoic brand for us. We're going to look at some embossing folders. These are stunning. I have limited stock, so I'm just going to say that straight away, and we're going to get a set of 3.
Yeah, 3 in this bundle. So I knew you would all go to embossing folders, which is wonderful. So I'm going to use the paper that's in the kit from the Magnolia. So if you bought the kit from the Magnolia, you're in for a treat, because I'm going to use this sparkly paper here. I'm going to show you, I love my white ink pad hack, which I use all the time, so I'm going to showcase it again. So basically, the embossing folders are a high definition. They have up to 7 layers, and they look beautiful on emboss and on deboss. That's what sets us apart with our embossing folder. So I'm going to take the pretty paper and I'm just going to pop it in the embossing folder. Now, sort of, if you don't know what embossing folders are, they sort of like give you a letterpress etched design on a piece of card, a gold mirror board, whatever it may be. So it's a great, inexpensive way to create beautiful cards that have got a little bit of dimension.
So glitter card, so metallic cardstock, craft card, black cardstock, gilding.
I'll do a few different
cards.
ones if you want.
You can work with your emboss, your deboss. You can do paper letterpress techniques.
Yeah. So I'll just run this through.
Lovely.
See, it just seems like it's not doing it. I always think, have I got right plates? So let's have a look at this one first, and then I'll show you on some golds to show you how wonderful it is. Now, you can't see anything there, nothing at all. Right, let's bring it to life. So you can do it with a pink ink pad, a white ink pad, whatever it may be. Are you going to be
bringing us your white ink pad?
The white is already, it might not be loaded for today, but yes, it's definitely coming.
Right.
It's best in the industry.
This is a best-selling ink pad from Toni, and in the past, previous channel I worked on, we couldn't keep this in stock. It was so popular.
We still cannot. So this is on that lovely sparkly paper that comes within that Magnolia.
Oh, that is a win, Toni. Come on. What, just literally running it through the embossing machine?
I don't know if you can.
Yeah. I'm going to pick this up and show you guys at home.
It's just so pretty, and it's a technique that we'd love to do at Stamps by Me.
That looks like bone china.
Beautiful, isn't it?
That is stunning.
And you get all
an embossing folder. We have got 3. Look at the deboss. I'll get the details on your screen in just a moment. All right, let's put the details onto your screen. All 3 for $29.99. 3 flexi payments of £10, and you are getting a trio of the most beautiful florals. That with just the white ink pad, fantastic. You know, we can go over say a metallic cardstock. We can sand back a black. You can use your gilding wax. Those 3 techniques, totally different looks.
Yeah, let's show you. So I've got gold. It's only a little piece of gold here, mine, but let's show you.
Yeah.
So let's run this one through. So get out all of the bits. You know, we all have that bit box.
Yeah.
Odds and sods. I'm going to use the dreaded bit box. This is a great way to utilise them. So this is in gold. And then what we'll do is we'll do it on some black too. Now I do have the other embossing folder as well. I'll show you that one too. So this is this one. And whilst Yanis shows this one, I will do the other one.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Just a bit fancy, isn't it?
Look, hopefully it'll show. That is special. And again, technique-wise, this is so easy to do. Isn't that gorgeous?
They're just so cool. Inexpensive way to create beautiful cards. That's what I like to say about embossing folders. They're pretty much indestructible. Yeah. They carry ink. You can spray them with water. They'll clean under the tap, sand them. But look at the 2 different looks there you get. So let's do this little black one as well. Now, I mean, because this is only our 2nd show on here, please do check out the website, because there is a handful of the magazine left from our last show, Yanis. And that is a super cool price as well. So although there's not lots of craft on there, you need to go, if you are a beginner and you're enjoying the show and thinking, I want it all, I want a craft, that's going to be for me the future, go and check out the magazine, because that has lots of hints and tips and inspiration. So this is black. If we get our white again.
Busy on this. Remember, you're getting a set of 3 beautiful embossing folders that allow you to really embrace so many different techniques.
So again, white embossing folder, just tap, 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 get into all of that detail on there.
Oh. And look, it's a compliment to the embossing folder, the way Toni is using her white ink pad, that we're not getting any ink on the background because you're getting such a good profile here. Izzy, well done. Lots more calling up. Come on, look at that.
It looks like, what's the word we used to parch? Is it parchment?
Parchment, yeah.
Because I never did.
It looks like it's been embossed, like with, when I say embossed, with a ball tool on parchment.
Yeah, so you could now,
that
if you wanted it total soft, guys, total like halo, you can absolutely just get a brush now and just soften it off if you wanted to. Oh. Just enjoy the process. So shall I just very quickly just show with some colour?
Go for it.
So let's grab a piece of white. And if you ink up the embossing folder with some ink, and this is what I was saying about embossing folders being pretty indestructible, just grab an ink pad. Let's just get a grey, see what this looks like, and just ink up both sides. Get into all of that detail. Now you can spray with water if you want to, get a little bit of texture on there. I'm not sure this is the right grey, probably not going to show very well, but I'm going to go with it regardless. And then if you want to spray the embossing folder a little bit with some water, you can't hurt it. It won't like disappear or combust or melt. Just give it a spray with some water. Just activate that ink a little bit. And then if we run this one through, you're going to get a totally different look. So take some white cardstock, pop it in there like so. And you can already see that when you push it down, you're going to get that sort of like grey muted colour come through there, and it all depends on the vibrancy of the colour you use. If you want like an impactful one, because silly me has not given you the samples. That would be helpful, wouldn't it?
Oh, okay. Just as we're running through, I will show you some examples how you can use these embossing folders. Very busy. I'm seeing all these names. Sorry, I haven't been reading them out. It's just they've been going through so quickly. So imagine the different techniques. If you are just looking for a new splash of vibrancy in your stash, look at that. Toni brings you exceptional embossing folders, but we can go very monochromatic. You can embrace color. My goodness, that is stunning.
That is nice.
Oh, that is so
that is
good.
a good card maker, and that is literally.
Or how about here, softer with your craft card? Maybe you want to go on with, this is like a mirror board card or mirror card, sand it back. Equally beautiful. If you want to go with your gilding wax, you can. If you, oh, look at this next one. And you're getting 3, what I love about this, they all work well together. So you're getting these wonderful sprigs, these wonderful florals. They tie in as a theme, but they stand alone as well. So they're strong enough to stand by themselves. Have a little splash of color if you want. Or, oh, come on, look at that.
Painted. So if you run it through and get a paintbrush and paint the detail in, you can, of course, do that.
Look at that.
Patterned papers, enhanced with a bit of colour and then a little touch of white on top.
I mean, how can you not want these in your life? Seriously.
Embossing folders are king when it comes to
beautiful.
craft. They're a great go-to. They make quick super cards. Fast lane card making, I think, for this one. So just grab a whole bunch of card, run it through, add some ink, some wax. We could actually do a wax one as well if you wanted to.
Well, I tell you what, we have got some vintage papers that we're going to have a look at.
Okay.
So we are going to be doing those this hour. So again, another brand new from Toni. We are going to be doing that shortly. We're going to move on to that now, or should we stick with this, guys? We've got 2 more minutes with the embossing folders, and then we'll move on to our vintage papers.
Yeah, let me do another technique then on the black, just with the gold, the wax as well. So let's do. Have you got that other embossing folder?
Yeah.
Thanks. So this is a bigger one, that's all. So you get all like a different cluster in each, and you get 3 different ones.
So I mean, there'll be a great triptych with this. So if you want to make a collection together, or 3-panel card.
And if you cut a panel just down the centre and just have the embossed panel, so it's not the full formation of the flower as well. That
home
looks cool.
decor, you know, hanging panels. So 3 different hanging panels together.
Bookmark.
Yes.
Right, let's run this one through. So the one that you showed there, I think had silver. Let's see if I've got an alternative colour just to show you them in different colourways. Can't believe how busy it's been.
Well,
thanks, everyone. I
Genuinely,
knew everybody would support me. They always do.
By supporting Toni, you're supporting Destination Crafts, which means we can grow this together. We're going to make it bigger, we're going to make it better, and we're going to grow it in a way that works for you and obviously works for everybody, works for Toni. So this is still only the 2nd show, and it's something that we're going to start bringing more regularly. So initially it's going to be Toni the 1st Wednesday of every month and the 3rd Wednesday of every month. Eventually, we're hoping to bring more craft brands. We're going to see more of Toni, but what you see on Destination Crafts here on Ideal World will be exclusive. So you come here, you know that Wednesdays, eventually every Wednesday, is going to be your home for crafting. That's to come in the future.
Yes, super excited. So I just got 2 waxes here, one of like a pearlized colour. These are coming to the website as well soon. And then sort of like a red fire one, which is wonderful. So let's just tap off the excess, get the wax warm on the cardstock. I love waxes. Again, they can be utilised for so many things. And then when you just take the design that you've just run through the embossing folder, as soon as you touch it on top, you get a lovely sort of halo.
Bring it to life.
Yeah. So I'll just do half of this one, and then let's just swap out for this pearly one here. Just get the wax warm, and then we'll do a nice pearl. Then just bring that accent to life. And then the words that you've had from the previous hydrangea collection, the Magnolia collection, they all work as well beautifully as well. So let's just, have I got enough on there? Can you see it?
I'll give it a little wiggle. While we do that, I know we're going to be moving on to our brand new vintage papers in just a moment. So let me show you this, and then we're going to be moving on. If you do want to get hold of your beautiful trio of embossing folders, remember, we are going to be, we'll give you the details. You can order online, idealworld.tv, or give us a call, 0800 051 7878. Gerald, are we able to see that, buddy? So just bear with me and we'll get a close-up. There you go. Beautiful. Obviously, if Toni had more time, she would lay on a bit of more wax. Okay, I'll tell you what, we will, let's move on to the papers. And if you do want to get hold of this, it will be, now let me just explain how it works on Ideal World. So when we move on from a product, if you go onto our website, go to Watch Live, and there is a little tab that says Recently Aired Items. If you click on the Recently Aired Items, you'll be able to see all the products that we've featured thus far, and you can backtrack through the hours. So it's just something, if you're new to Ideal World, it's a way of seeing items that we featured. Shall we have a look at these vintage papers?
Right, so these are cool in the sense that they're 3 different patterns, but they all match. So you have tone on tone, okay? This is just an incredible. Now, this is our first ever collection of these, so you're getting these absolutely exclusive. So let me just separate these and show you. So the first one, I'll just put on the table here. Okay. So we have All Surface Vintage.
Well, let me...
So that's the floral.
Okay. I'll go through some of these so we can see them in more
Let's
detail.
go through them together because I want you to see the colour. Hopefully I've got them in order. No. What a plonker. Let's have a look, see if this one matches. No.
But all the colour tones do match.
They do, which is a shame.
That is stunning. Going to get the price onto your screens as we look through these papers. So you imagine this is the perfect starting point. And my goodness, how many papers are we getting?
In each one, you're going to get 12 designs, 36 pages in each. So you get all 3 though.
Wow. So here we've got the floral backgrounds with all the different tones. Then we've got the coordinating, it's like a mottled look.
Can I just show you that our screen on there?
Yeah.
You want to find its coordinating page? Where's its friend in there that matches him?
All right, okay.
There you go. So then you get the...
that one? No.
So you get stripe, you get bold, and then you get floral, okay? So...
Let's say that one. No?
No, that's that one.
Okay.
There you go. Let me get that colour green for you. Do you know what? You tried to match the hardest colour there because people really struggle with green.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let me try... I don't know, Toni. You're going to have to help me out. I'll leave that with you.
Bless you. So each one, for example, the colours match across all 3. So you'll have your floral, your solid, and then your beautiful stripe. Now, is that one, Yanis? They just, the red?
Yeah, it's ready.
And what happens is when you come to do your card making and you're creating, how easy and nice is it to have a stripe, a core and a floral all coordinated beautifully.
We are busy for this. Apologies, because I know we've made that look a bit messy finding the greens. Obviously,
I will show you.
You will be able to find the exact matches within this. So many. I mean, these are stunning papers, and just quality-wise, great weight to these as well.
Absolutely beautiful. So, and
250 GSM, very good weight. Perfect.
And
I kind of say 250 is
your
Goldilocks weight. It's just, it's got substance to it, but it still allows you to do techniques.
Yeah. So let me just show you a. Have I given you any samples there?
No.
No. So where are they off? They're not out because we're not supposed to be doing it.
Oh, okay.
You are naughty.
Well, we can have a bit of play with them.
You are naughty. You are naughty. But anyway, let's just pull these together quite quickly, just to show you.
Well done, Maureen. Lots more of you coming in.
I know a lot were waiting for. They're going to come back at 6 for these, but obviously they're going to get them early now.
Sorry.
So it's fine. It's fine. We like to do surprises, right? So let's make something with. Oh my gosh, what have you done? There we go.
So we're getting with this 98 sheets.
There's 36, 98. Yeah, 98, of course.
Yeah.
Hey, your maths is good.
I was working out in my head for a while.
All right, okay. You tell me out. So you can see, you get all, let's just have a look at them on overhead here. So you can see the colour actually matches from stage by stage. And you've got a lovely, lovely colour tone as well here. And then you've got your coordinated striping here. Now, what you can do with these is you can create envelopes. They're heavy enough for your envelopes. Great for your matte and layering. But equally, again, for your embossing folders, if you just to take a colour and run it through the embossing folders like we've just shown you there, you can use your stencils onto them as well. But if you take a card blank, and you do your matte and layer system. So let's just take this one, for example, just push these out of the way. Take your card, take your cutter. Here we go. Let's pick the three. Let's pick three that we love. Now the floral is going to be the focus, and you can see, look how beautiful the colours are. So you've got like a strong pink, and then you've got a very pale pastel pink.
I like playing with the tones too. So if you're making a card, we can have a strip detail here, we can have here, we can cut out. Oh yeah, they just work. Look at that.
And it'll be the same through.
Tony, they're beautiful. Margaret,
going.
well done. She's got hold of hers.
And you need to tell everyone who's watching now, tell everybody that we've got them on now, because a lot have probably gone and come back at 6 and they might be gone. Don't beat me up. It was Yanis's idea. So you've got to take one for the team.
I'll take the hit.
He's like, okay, I'll take one. Look, so here we go. So you can see how that wonderful
sort of migration through that kaleidoscope of colour.
And it's the same through the stripe, and it's the same through your solid as well. They are absolutely beautiful.
And I kind of feel, as a crafter, for me, one of the things I kind of struggle with is matching. It's coordination.
Yeah.
So the fact that you have got 3 different designs, the tones are all there, so we can mix and match the different designs, but you're getting that perfect color coordination. Fantastic.
Makes me very happy. So for example, here we've got our pink here. So we have our floral, and then we have our solid, and then you will have a light coloured stripe. I'm picking the colours that we can see on camera, which will showcase. So here are your coordinating.
Oh yeah. And that's when we say about that full coordination. But I love the vintage tones, so that slightly darker sort of hue over the top.
It's got like an acrylic effect on it. I don't like plain, it's a bit boring. No. So we always do something that looks a little bit artified.
Kathy's not missing out, she's got elevated. Her order.
So let's just do a bit of matte and layering and show you how the system works.
So would you say the reason you wanted to bring this, yes, they're beautiful papers by themselves, stand alone, but when you start to play with the colour tones, having the perfect colour tone, 98 sheets.
Yes.
For $11.67 your first flexi payment, or $34.99, however you choose to purchase it. And remember, you've got your $2.99 postage and packaging.
So instantly you can have your back panel. So let's just trim this down, and I'll show you how to maybe create dimension on cards with just cardstock. So I'm just going to take a little piece off the sides here. Super easy. Well, if you haven't got a cutter, the cutters are going to be loaded onto the website. So just stick this onto here. Let me just grab my tape pen. That wasn't a bad cut, that wasn't a bad guess. And then with the stripe, let's not do a full panel. Let's do like a piece down the side.
Nice. How many have we got left? We've only got 50 left. Okay. All right, I'm feeling a bit bad now. So
you should do.
Anyone watching
should feel terrible.
Can you just spread the word? Because this, I know we were going to do it at 6, but we made a judgment call to bring this early. So I really feel bad if somebody was tuning in at 6 and missed out. So can we spread the word to other crafters on social media that the papers are being featured now? Because I know a lot of you were waiting for these.
So now we have our back panel in plain. We have a panel of stripe. And then let's do a smaller signature floral.
We got another text message in. Charlie, is it okay if we make that a little bit bigger, please? Thank you. Oh, that's pretty.
So you can see already we've got a card base instantly with the 3 matching.
Only card base. That is stunning. I would happily pay good money just to start, with that as a card, as a background. Look how well everything coordinates. We are so busy. Angela's saying these coordinating papers are stunning and make paper crafting so much easier.
Not
Thank
around
you.
For much longer.
But Yanis, there's 108 papers in total. Oh, right, is that?
And you thought about it for a long time.
There is 108. I know there is actually. My maths has never been my strong point.
That's the stress of the show, that though. We're trying
Thank you. No, that was just my bad maths. 108 papers. You're absolutely right, Angela. But Angela, that was my deliberate.
She did it on purpose to make sure you're listening.
And you've passed, Angela. Well done.
I don't know why I'm laughing. I agreed.
You were there. You were there like, yeah, very good.
I'm already thinking about the demo, though.
Barbara, Julia, well done. Lots more of you calling up. This has been featured earlier, and we are absolutely frying, and I feel terrible. Please do me a favour and spread the word that this has come early, because I know there are going to be viewers who are tuning in later on like, what? You went to the papers early? How very dare you?
And it's sold out. Yeah, I'm going to get my butt whooped.
Yeah, no, you are.
I have to take another one for team.
No, you don't. I'll take this one. What we're doing here, and I think this is a prime example. Well done, B, Sharon, and Jeannie. We are busy. This is stunning. All right, just for anyone new, tell me what we're doing with our inks.
Normally, when we do our cards, we do matte and layers. So I'll just take this off for an example. And we mount this onto some white, so it's got a nice matte and layer. So when we come to put it on top of the paper underneath, it stands proud. It's got like a white border. But this is a little bit of a hack in case you don't want a matte and layer and you want it just to stand proud. So if you just take the paper and grab a dark coloured ink pad, I've got black here. And if you just sort of like angle your ink pad in, it just sort of like edges it a little bit and stops it all from blending into one. So you can use a dark pink colour, a teal colour, and then watch what happens. Now we have that black on there. When you pop it on top, it sort of like stands proud from the colour underneath, just giving it a little bit of a border on there. And it'll be the same with this one as well.
Lovely. So the papers give us the starting point. You literally think about what we've done right now and how valuable these papers are going to be in your stash. We've got beautiful backgrounds that already have depth to them. Add a bit of ink around the outside to create that sort of bordering, that vignette, and you elevate each of those levels. That is a win. All we've done is cut down the panels. Think about how achievable that is. And that's a starting point. But now we can add one of, you know, from our collection earlier on. Bear with, I'm going to get this.
So yeah, just going to say.
So what we can do is we can add, say, if that was cut out, we can add our Magnolia over the top. Obviously, make sure you got the same tones there. That would look exquisite.
And because you get so many different tones, 12 different tones, you will find something to coordinate with. But equally, if you're just wanting to, say, for instance, you've got this now, you can matte and layer this onto the same colour theme, or why not think about getting the next shade of pink?
Is this why you wanted to bring this collection? Did you have in your mind? Because as a crafter, I'm excited about having that coordination.
The coordination
Play
is
with
key.
The different
colours.
designs.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. I think having coordination for me just is a shortcut to getting quick cards.
I'll let you find the one you're looking for. Just as you're doing that, now you remember our Izink, and we were saying with our glitter Izink, wait for it to dry. Can I just show you this? You can find them on the recently aired items. So go to idealworld.tv, recently aired items. Both collections of Izinks are there. I want you to see, once they're dry, how good do these look. So there's the recently aired items. You'll be able to find both collections of the Izink featured. Sorry, the pictures aren't, I know the pictures aren't showing up there, but they will. Gerald, if we can just crash in here, please, buddy, and I'll show you why I want to draw your attention to this. Now they've dried, have a look at that. Look at those glitters. Absolutely beautiful. So that's through our stencils. If you do want to get those into your baskets, and I think they are stunning, especially with that hydrangea collection. All you need to do is go onto our website, idealworld.tv, recently aired. Okay.
So just to take it to that next level, should you wish, if you then take the colour tone underneath and pop it onto, look, the next wave of pink that's in there, it just absolutely matches. Watch.
Yes.
So you can absolutely have the warm and the cool. I know this is the first collection we've brought you, but there is more. There's a lovely other one as well. And
look at that.
When you start bringing in all of the elements, and I can't find the hydrangea that
I feel a lot of that. I'm seeing Ben, Brenda, more names coming through now. A lot of people at home can relate. As crafters, you can see the strength of having 108 sheets. Thank you very much, Angela, for helping me with my maths. 108 sheets of coordinating patterned cardstock that we can now cut into and mix and match. But it doesn't matter what design you're using, you've got that consistency of colour, that full coordination.
Absolutely. So they all match beautifully. The other thing that you can do as well is, don't forget, you can do like mini albums and things like that. So if you take the cardstock, and because it's such a good way, you can make albums and things like that. So if you have card blanks, I'm just seeing if I have that lovely hydrangea that I put. Here it is, look. So I made this hydrangea earlier, didn't I? And I'm now thinking I want this on these lovely, I mean, it goes.
Yeah.
The undertone of there matches beautifully.
Yeah. We should make a little, let's finish off with a little card.
Little card. Yeah. So let's just get, but just very quickly, just to show you, you can take the front cover off your paper, and then you can have whatever you're going to stick as a topper. Maybe it's a pre-made topper or a stencil that you've done. And you can absolutely just go through.
Look at that. So we're auditioning our topper here now. We're seeing what is the best coordination.
Which one do we like the best here?
I mean, they all work. That's stunning.
And you've got that lovely halo.
I like, Tony, I love these. And if you have got any of the previous collection, if you went for that brand new hydrangea, that exclusive collection that we featured earlier on Ideal World, come on. This is a paper pack, a trio, 108 sheets of the most beautiful color coordinated patterned papers, 7x7, stunning.
So I just thought,
or 8x8, sorry, not 7x7, 8x8.
No, these ones are 7x7.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong one. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So, and just to show you on the floral how incredibly different they look as soon as you swap it out onto a floral. The cool thing about this is you have a modern stripe, because we like a good stripe, right? You have a decorative, we like a decorative, but you also have your core plain. So that's the breaker.
William Morris.
Yeah, very much.
It's got that kind of vibe to it. Beautiful pattern.
And again,
floral.
if you just want to use a panel and the plain panel to go with, of course you can do that too. It's just absolutely unlimited what you can create.
You're right. The fact that we've got a beautiful like floral pattern, and then we've got the striped, which is classic, and then we have that block color, which is slightly mottled.
Yeah.
So each one of these lending itself to different techniques.
I just love how easy it is to make cards.
Yeah.
I mean, this is purple, and it probably goes with 50 to 60% of the colour tones there as well. But this paper is of good quality. It is going to see you through your album making as well. So let's just show you how we can make a little pocket.
Okay.
So these are a bit.
We've got 2.5 minutes.
These are a little bit small, but just for example, guys, if you wanted to make like a little slider pocket, so I've just got this piece of offcut that we've just sort of like assassinated on here. So I'm just going to take my tape pen. I'm just going to put some tape across the side and across the bottom.
Just let everyone know that everything you're buying today will be dispatched tomorrow.
Yeah, which is nice, right? So all I've done there is I've glued. You can see the quality. You need to really give it a good score. So now I have a cute pocket. So then, coordination wise, I'm not going to be hunting for something to go inside. If I want to put a bookmark inside here, that's coordinated but in a different pattern.
So for album making, come on.
It's all going to match, guys. This is the thing. Pattern, stripe, core, it's all going to match. And then even if you go to the next tone, it's all going to fit seamlessly. Your
flips, your flaps, your different cards. This is the pattern cardstock that you will be able to fully coordinate, and we are absolutely flying. Thank you so much for your company. And the biggest thank you goes out to our Toni as well, because you're an absolute star. Toni, thank you so much. Now, Toni will be back at 6, and she's going to be hanging out with Mike and introducing Mike to a bit of crafting.
Oh.
Yes, that'll be fun.
Oh. Do I need to be nervous?
No, he's a lovely guy. So there we go. It's that coordination, and we know the strength and value as crafters. Please check out your baskets. I only say that because we might be at risk of selling out of this before the 6 o'clock. And if that's the case, I'm going to get my hand slapped. So if you want these papers, now is the time. They're starting to sell out. You can go to the recently aired items on our website. So go to idealworld.tv, click on Watch Live, and there is a tab that says recently aired items. If you do that, you'll be able to see all the goodies Toni has brought. Toni,
thank you.
So
see you all soon.
Thank you for your company. This is Destination Crafts. It's only going to get bigger and better, I promise you.
Start your day with our beauty mornings. Every day from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Discover top beauty products and exclusive deals to enhance your routine. Plus, we'll bring you an extra special beauty buy at 8 a.m. every day. Tune in for tips, trends, and incredible savings on must-have items. Beauty mornings, only on Ideal World.